Alright, so in about 9 hours, the Shibuya Arc live stream showcasing the first units for Shibuya and new content is gonna happen. And we're gonna talk about what to expect and also what I want regarding this. I haven't touched too much, especially in regards to the content, right? I've talked about it in fragmented parts, but I want to get my full thoughts 9 hours before the live stream starts. And I'm like, why not do this? Now, as a bit of housekeeping, right? Two things. Number one, I'm going to be streaming, so I hope to see you guys there. Link down below for the stream. Turn notifs on if you do plan on being there. And if you don't, still like the stream, helps your boy out. Now, number two, in regards to global, I have not touched tower yet on global, right? I've been focusing on JP, and it's mainly because I wanted to find something to do in regards to content. So I told myself, okay, I just can't use no top tier DPS, no Yuta, no Hollow Purple, no Tinjo, no Toji allowed, right? So no matter how long it takes me, I could only use standard units plus some of the supports like Degumi in some cases, but that's a last case resort. Most of tower, I want to finish with Mahito and Hanami together. A lot of people say Mahito's bad, but they're not using the proper teams with them, so I just want to kind of show you guys how it's done in a lot of cases, and maybe learn myself, because I have not used it for all of tower, right? I did it on JP, but not every single floor, and I do not do the stall strat because I have top tier DPS. So I want to try to challenge myself with this. Now, when the standard banner does get updated, I will allow myself to use Hollow Purple, but I'm going to try to get as much done as I can before end February when that does happen. So now let's kind of get into it, right? Just wanted to talk about these two things. I'm going to be streaming these tower runs, all right? So we got a little clip, right? And let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. So there's a couple things to notice. Number one is that the voice actors there are Mekamaru, Mahito, and Yuji. Now, Mekamaru, I low-key forgot, but it's literally Kirito's VA. So it's like, even not counting the fact that Mekamaru versus Mahito was like the first fight of Shibuya, we also have to realize having Mekamaru is a pretty big W just because of the name of like who that person is, right? He does so many roles in a lot of anime, so it's just a little W for that, right? So there you go for that. I just wanted to talk about that first. Now this does lead me into my next point. As for the units, it should be absolute or mode absolute, right? I'm gonna call it absolute mode Mekamaru, because mode absolute ultimate Mekamaru is too long, so it's gonna be absolute Mekamaru probably. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I'm gonna keep it to. I really need to watch the anime, man. I have a bunch of the manga sitting there. I'm trying to do a big watch. So essentially, I watched up to Hidden Inventory, and then I kind of forgot to watch Shibuya. So I'm going to do Shibuya watch through, read Calling Games physically, and then read digitally afterwards. That's my plan when I start getting more of the physical mangas. But Mekamaru should be the unit that we're going to get. And that's because the VA, this guy, I'm pretty sure it's this guy, is going to be there. And considering it's the first fight, they might go in chronological order, because for most, well, no, did they? No, they didn't really go chronologically for the first arcs, so I cannot say that, but it seems like they might go chronologically. Now, alongside Mekamaru, which is a great pick. Now, in terms of which typing, a lot of people were thinking red or green. It can't be blue because we got Sukuna and Miguel back to back, right? Now, yellow, we already have a Mekamaru, so it leaves red and green. Green has not gotten a top tier DPS since Hollow Purple, but red only has 2 good DPSs, and the rest are like okay, but we're missing for both red and green, logically, because we have Toji Yuta, but then green has a lot of good ones, like Nanami is usable, Yuji's usable, Hollow Purple is usable, Mahito's good, Ghetto's good, so is Nobara and so is Megumi, where it's like for red, it's like Toji, Yuta, kind of Yuji, kind of Nobara, and it's like Domain Gojo is more of a support, right? So to me, it's like green has a little more going for them, but I could see either or, right? You let me know down below. Do you think Mekamaru is going to be red or green if we do get him? Now, why I think we're going to get him? First fight, and he's one of the voice actors that's going to be there. All right, super important. Now, a lot of people were also speculating maybe we'll get a Mahito. Now, I would like a Mahito, but personally, I'd like to reserve a Mahito for the Yuji fight. That would be peak. No, definitely. I'd like to save it for more thematic time. But if we get a Mahito, that's cool, because he is one of the voice actors and he did fight Mekamaru. So we'll see. There might be something regarding Mahito for this, but I'm not too sure. What? Maybe we get a green Mahito buff? Imagine. That would be sick. So that's it for the units. Actually, one more thing. I did see this, and it's fake. 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 Okay. Do I say it again? Where is it? It is fake. But Someone just made this and I wanted to talk about it. Dagon is probably going to be the 4th one, but Mahito came out last April and I could see them continuing this trend, right? I think that if they release one free-to-play unit a year and they're really good like Mahito, that's fine, right? Mahito is literally allowing you to clear most of tower if you have the right teams. And I think if they release a Dagon in April, do once a year free-to-play unit, that's fine. Because it's not like Dokkan where like after 3 months a free-to-play unit usually doesn't stay good. Mahito's been good since April. It's been like, what, a year? No, it's been like, we're getting to a year. We're getting to a year. We're like 3 months off. So if they do a Dagon, that would be cool. He's probably going to be yellow. Just wanted to throw that in there. But that's not going to happen right now. I do doubt it because we're probably going to get a lot of other stuff. So in terms of units, let's recap what I want. Personally, I want I would like a red Mechamaru. A red Mechamaru would be my best case because I have so many greens. So many. So red, best case scenario. Now we get onto the content, and this is the biggest part of my expectations that need to be reached. So this is a new power-up system called the Potential Release. I like to call it the Hidden Potential, or short, I kind of short name it Hypo because hidden, po, you know, like Hidden Potential. And that's because of Dokkan. It looks very similar to Dokkan and Legends' system. There's 3 different floors, all right? And we don't know if it's going to take dupes. We don't know what exactly. I'm going to translate it right now just so we could kind of get some info. And we also have the new piece of content that we're going to get through. Okay, detect English. There we go. So in terms of this, right? It's going to be, let's look at everything. So limitation number 99 out of, liberation number 99 out of 99. So it seems like there's 99 nodes per floor. Hi, Kelbert. And there's 3 floors. And it seems we get CE. I don't know what stat this is. Jujutsu. We get HP. We get damage increases. And we level up our skill levels. So this should be about a 30 to 50% damage increase once you max out the system. Tower will become obsolete when this happens. It will. Everyone's just getting a big boost. They won't be dying as much, have more CE. That's a huge yellow Yuji buff, right? And more damage. Like, if this is 5% each, bro, GG, like, tower is just going to become free, right? But this is probably going to take a while to do, and I'll discuss why. Now, after this, we're going to talk about the future of, like, hard content, because tower with this, guys, 3 floors. There's 100 nodes each. There's damage increases on floor 2 with skill level. So there's 2 ways I see this. Either, right? It's just normal, like higher the level or higher the grade, you unlock more floors, like the 3 floors here. Or floor 1 is dupe 0, floor 2 is dupe 2, floor 3 is dupe 5. They could do one or the other. I would really like it to not require dupes. But if it does, dupe 2s are going to become way more important. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think if it's going to require dupes for the bottom floors, or if it's not, it's going to be like grade or level requirements, right? Now, how are we going to level it up? Well, we see JP, but I also think this new game mode, since it's coming at the same time, and there's an exchange shop, and there's a certain amount of runs you could do per week, it's going to give us new materials. Let's talk about it. So, this is called Cursed Spirit Extermination Battle, all right? And we don't know what exactly it's going to give, but it's going to be coming out. We're going to be getting info of it tomorrow. And there's an exchange shop. You get a certain amount of runs per week, resetting on Monday, and there's the 4 typings, all right? That's basically all we know, right? So to me, right, since it shows cubes, it might mean that we get extra runs if we use cubes, which is fine. I think giving the pay to wins a bit of an advantage is fine, but there's going to be a certain amount of runs we could do every week. It's not going to require stamina, thank God. It might be like a domain investigation for a new type of resource that's going to be used here. That's my first thought, and since that's the case, this doesn't seem to be the new hard content. Unless it's just JP that this takes, which I think would be a horrible system. Personally, the best thing they could do here, quote me on this, the best thing they could do, you get a certain amount of runs, you get the materials for this. It might take, I don't know, 3-4 months to build up all your units. So I think that maybe they're going to give us enough time to build up most of our good units, maybe in like 2 months, right? Because this, you can only get a certain amount per week, no matter if you're pay to win or not, in my opinion, right? I think even if there's cubes, it's only going to let you do it X amount of times. So in a month or 2, they need to release new difficult content, because we see what this gives. A bunch of CE. Yellow Yuji is not going to need Kaido anymore, so that's going to give you another slot. For example, more Jujutsu or Taijutsu. I don't know what this stat is. Let me know. Damage increases, level increases. Level increases usually give about 50% extra, which obviously won't be a huge increase. But you have multiple floors of this, GG, and then more HP. So your damage is going to get increased a shit ton. You're going to tank better, and you're going to have extra CE, right? This to me looks like cursed energy. Let me know if it's not, but I think it does. So if we're getting this, tower is gonna suck, right? There's no way in hell this is our new difficult content, unless this is not related to this. But guys, am I wrong for saying this power system, the hypo, is related to this, right? There's no way this isn't where we're gonna get our mats. So I think this is something they're gonna build up over time. You're gonna get materials over time, over a month, over 2 months, you could start building up your main units. And then they're gonna drop hard content after that. That's kind of how I see it going. It's a nice little stalling thing that it's like not much content, but it's gonna allow you to get a lot of stuff to build up. It's gonna allow me to make a lot more showcases, which is very cool. And I think that's the way to play it. Don't release the new difficult content right away unless they release something for Shibuya, right? That's fine. But I do think that this is kind of a precursor to like a big power creep incoming. And I would like to know what you guys think about that. I don't really think I'm off. It does seem like they're connected because they were revealed at the same time, coming out at the same time, but we don't know what mats this takes besides JP. I could see it take JP and a new type of mats for like the potential system, which is what I'm going to call it for now. So we'll have to see. But unless this is like a 1% damage increase, if it's like 5, like bro, that's a 20% damage increase just on the second floor, minimum. Then you got to count the extra stats, the extra skill levels. So this is going to be crazy. We're going to find out very soon. But the way they need to play this is how I said before. You're going to give us like 2-3 months to build up our units. Hopefully 2, because not having content for another 2 months would be crazy. But 2 months, we are going to have something to do. And then once you've started grinding this enough, and it needs to give a bit of cubes, please, or just really good rewards. Once you started building up your box with this new potential system, then you either drop more tower floors that are beyond power creep or a new game mode, or both. Do both also, right? This is definitely, it's only 4 different bosses, so unless they do something crazy, this is not something that high effort, right? Besides this obviously, I'm guessing it took a while, but the content itself is not high effort. I don't expect it to be hard. The best way for them to do this, I'm not gonna lie, to make everyone happy, everyone, what you do, the first clear, super difficult. It's kind of like how solo leveling did it for the like keys, the dungeons. The first clear is super difficult, but once you clear all the missions, right, let's say there's 3 stars, once you get all 3 stars, you get like a 50 or a 100% damage bonus and take 50% less damage. That would be the best way to do this. First clear super hard. Once you've cleared it once, after that, it's super easy to clear. That would be the best way to do it. It gives difficult content, and then long term, it's still fine to grind. Let me know what you think of that. Let me know what you think of everything I discussed in this video. Dagon's going to come probably in April. We're probably going to get Absolute Mechamaru tomorrow. Mahito I want later, but if he comes now in form of a buff for green Mahito or a new unit, I'm fine with either or. The new content should be something that keeps us like occupied for the next 2 months, and then they go boom, new content, but we still need some difficult content. And I think the best way to do this, one time clear difficult, after that super easy by giving our characters buffs, like 100% buffs, right? Basically everything we discussed in this video. I'll see you for the stream tomorrow. Link down below. Like the video, even if you're not going to be there, it helps me out. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.